Welcome to 21 Poets. My name is Dwayne Anthony, and this is a People and Poetry Conscious channel. First of all, I want to thank everyone who has subscribed, everyone who has showed some kind of love, especially the loves on TikTok, because I love the loves on TikTok, because they get to show the faces of everyone that's really paying attention to what I've been offering. So, with today's video is about the top 10 cities that's been infiltrated by the neo-Nazis. We're going to start with Columbus, Ohio. Okay, listen to some of this. Let me stop right there. You see how this guy screaming America and rage. This is the same guy that you be sent to next door at the bar. They just floating around here. We don't even know who these people are because they're wearing masks. And they're all up and down Columbus. And I got some more information to share with you on that at the end of the video. Let's go. Second one is Arkansas. It's in Arkansas. Harrison. This city right here is in Google as like, they got a lot of hate there. It's definitely racial. Definitely a sundown town. And when you Google it, it comes up as a sundown town. That's city number 9.
Now, according to Metro Police, a neo-Nazi protester from Canada...
This guy came from Canada to Nashville. Who does that? Like, come from one country to another country to spew hate. Like, I don't even understand that. That's crazy.
Was arrested for felony aggravated assault and accused of striking a person with a flagpole holding the...
All right, let's stop before we go to the next one. Strike the person with the flagpole. What does that mean? That's something itself. They ain't show who got struck, whether he was white or black, we don't know. But that means something. Now, city number 7 is interesting because they're all the way in Alaska. Like, I mean, where does it end? Okay, where does it end? They're in Alaska. All right, I'm gonna stop right there. This place, I've heard truckers talk about this place. This is another sundown town. If you trying to get to Houston from here, you trying to get to Houston or going through there to get to Houston, gas all the way up and keep an extra gas can in the car. Keep your fuses, keep lights on, keep everything on. Try to get through there between the hours of 7 o'clock in the morning and 5. Don't even risk trying to, it's not sundown town. No, don't even try that because I've heard about this town and this is one of them. That is definitely one of them.
On the corner of Main Street and East Tram Road in Vidor, they displayed an Aryan Freedom Network flag along with a Confederate flag that had their logo on it. White power and swastika signs were also on display for drivers. Vidor resident tells 12 News the group was...
Swastikas and racial slurs greet a town of Raymond family who recently...
Now, I don't know too much about that town, but, I mean, they already raising flags up before you even get in there and try to move in there. This one right here, we already know. Henderson, North Carolina. Okay, Javion McGee. This is where they unlived a man and left this man hanging alongside a tree. And they try to say he wasn't hanging. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not like that type of reporting type dude. So, I get my information just like you get your information. Off the echo chambers, you know what I mean? And then I go and I do my little tiny research and kind of figure out what's really going on and what's really about it. And then, and it leads us to this.
It's horrific that people could, in the wake of a tragedy, think that this is in any way furthering an agenda or a culture or an attitude that should be furthered in our country.
I'm going to start right there.
Now at 10 and East Bay Town reacting to...
Tired of me doing this. This is a reaction video. This is what comes along with it. Stop, go, listen to what I'm trying to say because I'm reacting to what I'm doing. So, you could always move on if you want to. But this right here, look at those guys. They look like they're young guys. And they spewing out hate. Excuse me. They're spewing out hate look at this White Lives Matter slogan. They're masked up. They're yelling all kind of racial profanity to people, and they're young. And so you got to ask yourself, where did they learn that type of behavior? It had to be from an older person or somebody in their family that's already off the hook with this type of attitude towards people of color and towards anybody that's not looking like them. This is how they act. And so you got to ask yourself that question. Where did they learn it from? And who are they? Because they always got masks on, so we don't never know. They're like cloak and dagger. We don't know where these people are. We don't know who they are. And that's what makes this thing a very, very dangerous thing to confront with, because you don't know who these people are.
Right after masked demonstrators hold up white supremacist signs.
Number 2, in Fresno, California. We almost to the number 1, but they all the way in California. Sunny, nice. You think everything in California is really nice. This is showing me that it's not. Like, they got sundown towns everywhere across this country. They're everywhere. They don't even let us know. So we've got to do our research. And if you know anything about these sundown towns, you need to get the word out. You have to get the word out about these people in these sundown towns, so we'll know. This is like, the 21st century, AK hatred circuit, man. You gotta know where you're going. You gotta know where you're driving. This is crazy. That lady, she reminded me of my grandmother. She got that hat on. When my grandmother used to put that hat on, she meant business. Okay, so, listen to what she talking about.
Unacceptable, exclusionary, and totally disrespectful and oppressive. So we strongly join with the others in our community, calling for and demanding that the mayor and the city council establish an anti-racist task force to address the systemic and systematic racist, unjust trends that have been exhibited in the city far too long.
Far too long.
Fresno, it is time for change, and we are here to insist that change come. Not later, not next year, not 10 years from now in the next decade, but now. Enough is enough.
Now, that makes you wonder. That woman got out there and said that, and that's an older woman. How long have that been going on there? And what has been going on there? You got to do your research to find out. Okay, I'm not going to do the research for you. I'm going to find out for myself. And, maybe I'll do a video on it. But this is the number 2 town. Okay, before we get to number 1, we're going to go back to Columbus again. Like, I've been in Columbus area for probably about 20 years or so. And I remember when I first got here in Columbus, the one thing that was tripping me out was, the Ku Klux Klan used to go down to the Capitol building and just like hold rallies down there. Like, walking around with the flags and all that crazy stuff. They was doing that down there 20 years ago. They was doing it. And then we got Mayor Coleman in, he's a black mayor. And then all of a sudden it shut down. It was, they stopped all that movement like that for a very long time. Then, Obama came in office and it was still, and then when Trump came in office, now, all of a sudden these guys, they came out their cloak and dagger again. They running around. You know what I'm saying? And now we got Trump back in office. Now here it go again. They back out here again, doing their thing again. This is another report. This is, off this first one. But this is the reason why I put this town as number 10, because this is the most recent. These other towns has been moving like that for a long time. Listen to this.
Nazis shouting.
I thought I heard him.
The N-word.
Okay, stop right there. Stop right there. Right there. Okay, we're gonna stop right there, because you see how that woman was terrified. And this is what they do. They come through there like that, and the community they went through is like a transgender type community. It's of many people. You're gonna find all kinds of people. There's straight people, gay people. It don't even matter. This is good-hearted people to go down there just to have a good time. They go to the weakest part of Columbus and raise hell. They raise hell. And it got these people terrified. You know what I'm saying? They ain't march down Cleveland Avenue in the hood. They ain't go through the hood. You know what I'm saying? They ain't go through Main Street all up and down the hood there. They took the weakest part of the community to show their butts off and act like, you know, they're the big man on campus. You know what I'm saying? A couple people stood up to them. But,
Locals looked on with horror and disbelief as the group shouted racial slurs and white supremacist slogans.
So he stopped right there before we get to number one. They didn't expect that. See, they didn't expect to see some hood people down there. But there's hood people everywhere you go. Even in Hollywood. It's somebody in Hollywood that's hood. Okay? And they ain't the ones to be like, you know, running up on thinking they're gonna be timid. No, they ain't. No. You gonna run into the right one, baby, for real. There's a hood person, and everywhere you go, you're gonna always have somebody HOOD out. Okay, and they're gonna go straight ham on you. Okay, they ain't gonna give you no breaks. You know what I'm saying? But this is the #1 town, and this is what I understand about this last clip. This is the #1 town in America of hate of colored, melanated people. They don't like black people. They don't like Mexicans. They don't like Asians. They don't like, if you are not a white person, you should not go down there. But, you know, hats off to the people that went down there. Check this out.
A Black Lives Matter group took a trip to Zinc, home of the KKK compound, and Tom Robb. Michael Van Schoek shows us the protests and how people in town reacted.
A wave of people made their way to Zinc today for the first time, protesting hatred. Racism that has been spread through this area for way far too long. All hopeful of proving one point.
Even out here in your little neck of the woods where you think you don't have to, you know, see the people that you hate, we know that hatred is here, and we still don't tolerate it.
That old dude right there, he looking around like, damn. he looking around like, damn. All these people, and he ain't calling them people. I'm keeping it toned out. But he ain't, you know what he's saying, like, man, this whole town has been overran. He looks worried, but he looks pissed off, and he looks like he's about to do something.
I think if they want to start trouble, they should do it.
Now I'm gonna stop right there, because see, right there, he do got a point. Nobody asked for them to come down there. But then again, somebody might ask. You know, it could be a couple black people to stand there, because sometimes some people, they won't move, but they'll obey the rules, like sundown, they don't come out, whatever, because they you know, some people like work like that. I guess, I don't know. Me, I wouldn't move in there. But he do got a point, though. Ain't nobody asked them to come down there. You know, they stay in their own little bubble. And then, you know, if I know it's a hate bubble, why am I going to go in there? I'm not going in there. They let them stay hateful in there. I need all the happiness I can outside that bubble, and if that bubble is shining on my radar red, do not enter, I'm not going. But I commend the ones that go in there, because you do need that. You do need people to go in places like this, because, I mean, you know, just because you hate me means you at least got to see me and let you know what you hate, and, you know, so I guess, you know, but I wouldn't have been the one to do it, but they did. So, you know, like I said, hats off for them.
And I don't really see what the reason for him being here. Sonny Cropper was among those that made the trip from Springfield. He says the drive was worth the chance to spark conversation. Grandfather was in the KKK. He came to protest the hatred he learned so much about as a kid.
I mean, I was raised around a lot of hateful, spiteful, racist people, and I'm out here to try to put an end to it. My kids don't need to grow up in this. My nieces and nephews don't need to grow up in this. There is no sense for any of this.
All right, now, that's the guy that should have went there. Like me, I'm black as hell. I don't need to go down there, and that attention alone, I already know what type of mindset you in. So you send somebody like that, you know, maybe he could talk to him, you know, and maybe they'd have had a better reception for that, you know, and you send a whole group of white folks down there and be like, hey, man, you don't need to hate people, you know what I mean? And try to turn them over that way. But you know, when you go down there with multicolored people that they hate already, you ain't doing nothing but just turning the heat up on the pot, making it boil even harder, you know. And next time they're going to be ready when you come.
Locals say they didn't deserve today's visit and don't want another.
Really, people just want to get done and go away.
But they say they're afraid another visit is right around the corner. Protesters say they're eager to come back.
Stop. I got to stop. I got to go back to what she was doing. That girl, what she was doing. Her. Look. She like, she could be plotting. She could be plotting right now. She's plotting on when you come back.
They're eager to come back.